If you're receiving Social Security benefits, July 2025 could be a make or break month for your finances. And there's one major change coming in October that could leave you without your payments if you're not prepared. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about July 2025 Social Security changes, including the exact payment dates, a brand new tax deduction that could save you thousands, and the critical deadline that affects 500,000 Americans who could lose their benefits entirely. Welcome to Financial Area, where we keep you ahead of the curve on everything that affects your money. If this information helps you, hit that like button and subscribe for more financial updates that matter to your bottom line. Let's start with the dates that matter most to your monthly budget. If you receive supplemental security income, mark Tuesday, July 1st on your calendar. Unlike last month's early payment, July's SSI arrives right on the first day of the month, giving you predictable timing for your financial planning. Now, if you're one of those people who receive both SSI and regular Social Security, or if your Social Security benefits started before May 1997, your regular benefit payment is coming on Thursday, July 3rd. This date stays consistent month after month, so you can count on it. For everyone else whose Social Security started after May 1997, your payment date depends entirely on when you were born. If your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of any month, expect your payment on Wednesday, July 9th. Born between the 11th and 20th, your money arrives Wednesday, July 16th. And if you were born between the 21st and 31st, you're looking at Wednesday, July 23rd. Most of you will see these payments hit your bank account via direct deposit early in the morning on your scheduled date. But here's where things get serious. If you're still receiving a paper check, we need to talk about a massive change that's coming. In March, President Trump signed an executive order called Modernizing Payments to and from America's Bank Account. This isn't just bureaucratic paperwork. This order mandates that all federal payments, including Social Security, SSI, disability benefits, and even tax refunds, must be made electronically, starting after September 30th, 2025. Right now, about 500,000 people, that's roughly 8% of all Social Security recipients, still get paper checks in the mail. But come October, this option disappears completely. If you're one of these people and you don't act before the deadline, you could find yourself without any way to receive your benefits. The solution is straightforward but time-sensitive. You need to switch to either direct deposit into your bank account or sign up for the Direct Express debit card. Electronic payments aren't just faster, they're dramatically safer. Paper checks get lost in the mail, stolen from mailboxes, and can be delayed by postal service issues that are completely out of your control. To make this switch, contact your local Social Security office directly or visit the official SSA website to update your banking information. But here's a critical warning. The Social Security Administration will never call you out of the blue asking for your banking details. If someone calls claiming to be from Social Security and asks for your account information, hang up immediately and contact SSA directly to verify. There's another layer to this story that's affecting people right now. Since April, certain applications and benefit changes are being flagged for extra fraud prevention checks. This can require you to verify your identity in person at a Social Security office. The problem is that the SSA has lost over 3,000 employees this year and closed more than 25 offices as part of government efficiency efforts. This means longer wait times, extended phone hold times, and more difficulty getting help when you need it most. Now let's talk about the money itself. How much are people actually getting? For the first time in Social Security's history, the average benefit for a retired worker has topped $2,000 per month. If you're receiving SSI, the average monthly payment is about $718, covering approximately 7.4 million recipients nationwide. But these are just averages. Your actual benefit depends on your highest 35 years of earnings, adjusted for inflation. The maximum amounts paint a different picture entirely. If you retire at full retirement age, which is 67 for most people today, you could receive up to $4,018 per month. Retire early at 62 and that maximum drops to $2,831. But if you can wait until age 70, delayed retirement credits can push your maximum benefit all the way up to $5,018 per month. Most people fall somewhere between these extremes, but even with these increases, many seniors are struggling. The cost of living adjustment provided a 2.5% bump this year, and early predictions suggest a similar increase for next year. about 2.5 to 3%. For the average retiree, this translates to roughly $55 more per month. However, with rising costs for rent, groceries, and prescription medications, many feel this adjustment isn't keeping pace with reality. This brings us to a heated debate that's been going on for years. Currently, your cost of living adjustment is calculated using something called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or CPIW. The problem is that this index tracks expenses for working people, not retirees. Many advocacy groups argue this doesn't accurately reflect how seniors actually spend their money, especially on healthcare and housing costs. There's a growing movement to switch the calculation to the Consumer Price Index for the Elderly, or CPIE, which better represents seniors' actual expenses. Congress has discussed this change for years, but meaningful reform hasn't materialized yet. This matters because it could mean higher annual adjustments for retiree benefits. Speaking of changes that actually happened, let's talk about a new tax benefit that could put real money back in your pocket. President Trump originally promised to completely eliminate federal taxes on Social Security benefits. However, due to budget constraints, a full repeal was considered too expensive. Instead, Congress passed a temporary tax deduction as part of what they called the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The House initially proposed a $4,000 per person deduction, but the Senate pushed for $6,000 per person, and the Senate's higher amount won out. This deduction applies to tax years 2025 through 2028. But there are income limits. If you're single, the deduction phases out for incomes over $75,000. For married couples filing jointly, it phases out over $150,000. This targets middle-income retirees specifically. While it doesn't eliminate taxes on Social Security entirely, it provides meaningful relief for many recipients. Now, we need to address one of the most stressful issues facing Social Security recipients' overpayments. This crisis has caused tremendous anxiety for people who've received letters claiming they owe money back to the government, sometimes for mistakes they didn't make. Until recently, the Social Security Administration could withhold your entire monthly check to recover alleged overpayments, leaving people without any income. As of April, there's been a significant improvement. The SSA can now withhold a maximum of 50% of your benefit to recover overpayments unless you specifically agree to pay more. If you receive an overpayment notice, don't panic, but definitely don't ignore it. You have three main options. You can appeal the decision if you believe it's wrong, request a waiver if you weren't at fault and paying back the money would cause financial hardship, or set up a payment plan that works with your budget. The worst thing you can do is ignore the notice completely. This will only make the situation worse and could result in more aggressive collection actions. Let's talk about protecting yourself from problems before they start. With all these changes happening, there are 5 critical steps every Social Security recipient should take right now. First, know your exact payment date and mark it on your calendar. Don't guess. Look it up based on your specific situation and birthday if applicable. Second, if you're still receiving paper checks, update your banking information immediately. Don't wait until September. Do this now while there's still time and SSA offices aren't overwhelmed with last-minute requests. Third, monitor your account on every payday. Check that your payment arrived on time and for the correct amount. Catching problems early makes them much easier to resolve. Fourth, respond promptly to any notices you receive from Social Security. Whether it's about overpayments, identity verification, or benefit changes, quick action prevents small issues from becoming major problems. Fifth, keep all your Social Security documents organized and accessible. This includes award letters, tax documents, and any correspondence with SSA. You never know when you might need to reference this information. Here's something else to keep in mind. Fraud attempts targeting Social Security recipients are increasing. Scammers often call claiming to be from Social Security saying there's a problem with your account or that your benefits will be suspended unless you provide personal information immediately. Remember, Social Security will never call you unexpectedly asking for your Social Security number, bank account details, or other personal information. They communicate primarily through mail, and you can always verify any communication by calling the official Social Security number directly.